Here, just showing the train table at the Carnegie Science Center in Pittsburgh. Hopefully, not too many people will be here. Not too many trains are actually running. But I'm just going to show the table and then I will end the stream. This kind of depicts Pennsylvania, different parts of Pennsylvania, and in and around the Pittsburgh area. This is kind of like the mountain area of the center of Pennsylvania, but then like the railroading and coal mining and steel town and everything. They just have like a small Thomas train going and then another smaller train running on the background. No other trains going at this point. It just kind of depicts different areas. Like there, that depicts the Groundhog Day, Gobbler's Knob. As you can see, that's actually what it looks like on Groundhog's Day. And this is kind of like a town and railroad station. I don't have my gimbal, so that's the other reason why it won't be too long of a stream. Just the train table. Something I decided to do at the last minute. This was what one of the steelworks, steel mills was like. Hello, Catherine Wilby. Yeah, this is a pretty nice train table. Unfortunately, they don't have too many trains running. And a lot of times it does take volunteers to run the whole train thing. So usually the weekends it's pretty busy with the trains and stuff. And like I said, this is kind of like different areas of Pennsylvania, western Pennsylvania, central. This is like one of their steel mill depictions. Pittsburgh used to be a big steel mill town. There's a couple steel mills still left, but they're slowly going around. There used to be coal mines around. There's one of the trains going by. We're just going to take our time walking around there, and then I will end the stream when I get to the end. Here's like a train roundhouse with the railroading, and in the background you can see like the little houses of the coal mining and steel industry. And then they just talk about some different history. But that's one of the roundhouses there. And the rivers in the background, which would depict like the rivers around Pittsburgh. Well, Pennsylvania has a lot of rivers in and around through it. Whether you're in Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, in central Pennsylvania. A lot of rivers and creeks. And they do show some other like old-fashioned trains over here. That's the organization and stuff that help keep this train display going. Welcome in, Monarch Moments. Yeah, playing with the toy trains. This is kind of like where some of the mining and stuff. Most of these are Lionel Trains. There's a Christmas train right there. That's kind of like a quarry area. And you can see sometimes they have little boats that float around in there too. But with like the volunteers and stuff, there's not too many trains and stuff running. But this was just kind of a surprise look. This is what the farming community would look like. More central Pennsylvania. Once you get out of the Pittsburgh area, there's a lot of farming and stuff. Hello, Billy, Kenzie Days' mom. Thank you for joining. When you get out of the Pittsburgh area, it's like farm country. I know like where I live close to another county line, and there's a lot of farming and different stuff there where they have the county fairs and things. And like I said, they have a lot of different older model trains displayed over here. And I know this time of year, there are some organizations that put together like train shows and stuff. And this would be what a farm community or a real rural area would look like. I'll just give you an idea of that in case you're watching the replay. You can kind of read that. Yeah, they turned on the lights to give you nighttime and daytime. As you can see, some of the houses are lit up. This is kind of like the general store right there. And the church. And the communities there. Looks like a horseshoe place there. This would be what the rural area would look like. And we'll be walking around to the other side and you'll see as it gets to become city. And this is the miniature railroad village. And these are all the people who help fund it. Just showing that. And then they talk about that's like a wall of all that, how they put it all together. It usually pretty much stays open year round. They do shut down for a little bit to put in some new things and kind of remodel it a little bit. But it's not down for too long. But like right before, around Thanksgiving time, they'll reopen it again. So I think like October, November, they have this room kind of shut down so they can refurbish and update the scenes and everything. And it would be much appreciated if you are watching. Please hit that thumbs up button. Also, if you're watching the replay, let me know if you like trains and if you own any trains or anything. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Here comes a train. That one's kind of like the Polar. That is the Polar Express. Hello. Hi. Hi. Good. Then this is a replica of Forbes Field, the original home of the Pittsburgh Pirates. That's Forbes Field. They have like a playground there. There's like a gazebo. Forbes Field used to be in the Oakland area of Pittsburgh, where the University of Pittsburgh is located. They still have like the outfield wall where Bill Mazeroski hit the home run for the 1960s World Series. They still have that. And the home plate is inside their law building where the home plate was. Oh, it was a big field at one time. It's just a model now. But yes, they're tiny. But that's what Forbes Field used to look like. It's very fondly remembered by the older generation. I was a young kid very young when Forbes Field was still there. And then they switched over to Three Rivers Stadium and then PNC Park. That's the outfield wall. And then this is the entrance area. And actually, that's the thing too. They had the kids that were called the Knothole Gang, where they would watch the games through the back outfield walls and stuff, or even get to sneak in through the walls. And then this is turning into what like the city area would look like a downtown area district with a different main street. There's like a parade going, and the movie theater and stuff like that. There's like a little trolley that runs around. You could see the mansions and the hills in the background. That one building that's like on top of the mountain, that's Observatory Hill. That is actually an observatory that they do have in Pittsburgh up on one of the hills, where you can go look at the telescopes and stuff. This house here is Mr. Rogers' house. That's for his television set house. Right there is the snow cone guy, Gus and Yaya's cart. They actually still are in business. I believe his grandsons help him out. Whenever the weather is nice, especially in the summertime, you can get snow cones from there. And they use giant slabs of ice. And then you pick whatever flavors they have. I know Billy and Tracy and Kenzie and Russ and Jeff and Angela and myself all enjoyed those snow cones from that little cart there. Not that actual cart, but the real one on the north side. And you mean Mr. Rogers? Yes. Met him a few times, him and Mr. McFeely, because they used to do programs outside of the actual show itself. And he was a professor at one of the seminaries, the Pittsburgh Theological Seminary. Oops.
I don't want to get in the movie.
That's okay. Yeah, they're pretty good. I always like to get the popcorn also that they sell. But yeah, here is about Gus and Yaya's. That's the snow cone place. Yeah, it was a big part of my childhood. And yes, since he was a local Pittsburgh gentleman and everything. Fred Rogers, because he's from Pittsburgh. He worked at the Pittsburgh Theological Seminary. Of course, his show and everything. So, and that's the television house right there, because you can see Mr. McFeely out front. See. And there's the snow cone place that Billy and Tracy and Kenzie and Russ got to try when they came to Pittsburgh. And they talk about like these screens change. And they talk about some famous buildings of Pittsburgh that they actually put on the display and everything. It's turning nighttime. Yeah, speedy delivery. And you could see like the lights and stuff. There's a parade going on. Yeah, it is bigger. Unfortunately, they're closed right now because of winter time. Plus, that area they've been doing construction on. There's a railroad car diner right here. Yeah, small snow cones from that one. I guess that one building kind of depicts a department store back there. A couple of the churches. The hillside, they kind of put in an incline. And there's a riverboat there. Yeah, Gus and Yaya's is delicious. I usually will end up getting 2 different snow cones because I could never make up my mind of the flavors and stuff. There's Westinghouse. George Westinghouse had a plant here. Those are kind of like some of the bridges that they have in and around Pittsburgh. Shenley Park Bridge. There's the incline, the river boats and different boats. And this is supposed to depict one of the airfields that they have in Rogers Airfield. Then over here is the Falling Water, Frank Lloyd Wright's house. Hello, Megan. Thank you for joining. But that's what Frank Lloyd Wright's house, Falling Water, looks like. I actually, it's been a long time since I've gone on tour there. You're not allowed to really take pictures and stuff. I was going to try to go over the summer, but it sells out on certain days, so you have to make a reservation. And it's sometimes hard to get a hold of. It's very popular place to visit. But that's it right there. They don't have all the water running through there, but then there's a lot of water that does go down around that actual building and lie in real person. There goes like a river boat and a houseboat. The steel mills across the river. There's like a quarry. It's kind of like an older display. It's been going on for ages. And then there's the Circus Train unloading their stuff for the circus to come along. That was the one thing when the circus used to come to Pittsburgh. They used to walk the elephants up to where they would do the performance from the train station here in Pittsburgh. We used to see them bring off the animals and stuff from the train station up to where they were holding the circus. And just like another mining town. Or steel mill town. We're coming up to where it's like a mixture of the circus and a carnival type of thing. And you can see the animals. The coaster there is the oldest coaster one of the oldest coasters in America called Leap the Dips. You can find that in Altoona, Pennsylvania, at Lakemont Park. Um, I, I will say it's a pretty rough coaster when they have it open. I've ridden it a couple times, but not really a fan because it's hard to. I know they're trying to like restore it as much as possible, but they kind of leave the metal, and it can be really bumpy when they have it open. But it's located in Altoona, Pennsylvania, at Lakemont Park, called Leap the Dips. And sometimes the cars can get stuck because it uses more of the gravity than anything. And there's the circus making its way over to the circus carnival area, which is this area here. Then they talk about Luna Park. They used to have that in Pittsburgh many, many years ago. There's also Kennywood Park, which a lot of you have seen a lot of my pictures. Hello, John Surfbum. Thank you for joining. So this is kind of like a depiction of all of those parks that they used to have in and around Pittsburgh. And the only one that's lasted as long as it has is Kennywood Park. And it's going to be 125 years old in 2023, but they're going to start a celebration next summer. I really like this display because I like all the little rides and everything like that they have. And there's like a little train. And like that little train, I remember like White Swan Park having a train like that. Conneaut Lake and Waldermere. We'll give you a better view. Hello, Nicole. Thank you for joining. I'm at the Carnegie Science Center. Looking at their miniature railroad and village. We're almost to the end, though. I'll kind of walk through again real quick. And then I will end the stream because I was just planning on just doing the railroad area. Like that fountain in the middle there. They used to have a park called Westview Park, and that fountain kind of depicts what that fountain looked like at Westview Park, and that was in the North Hills of Pittsburgh. There's nothing really left of it except some of like a sign where the one roller coaster used to be, and a few other things, but they put in a shopping district and stuff where Westview Park used to be. It was a really fun park. We used to go there all the time. And you can see it's kind of nighttime. And they have a Noah's Ark back there. Leap the Dips. The Ferris wheel. And you can see the rest of the train table and everything. That's how big the room is. And then this just kind of comes in. They talk about how it's a labor of love. Oops, they changed the scene there. And this is kind of like depicts the mountains. That's kind of more central Pennsylvania. That boat that you see on top there, it's no longer there, but it's on Route 30 outside of like Chambersburg, Pennsylvania, on Route 30 in Breezewood, Pennsylvania, up in the mountains. If I ever go out that way again, I could probably drive by where that used to be. It's pretty steep and pretty mountainous, where that used to be located, but it's no longer there. But you can still see like the footings and stuff like that. A friend of mine who's an artist actually just did a depiction painting for the family for that, for a booklet and everything. Good. But that was a hotel and restaurant that was up in the mountains on Route 30 called the Lincoln Highway, Pennsylvania. So it's like between Chambersburg and Breezewood during that section of Route 30. And it gets real mountainous and everything. I've taken that part of Route 30 outside of Gettysburg a couple times, but then I've since learned a couple different roads just to get me up to the turnpike rather than go up through the mountains because it takes a little bit longer. But yeah, it's pretty cool, pretty neat. And they just have a Thomas train on there. They used to have a bus, but I didn't see the bus team. Might have been somewhere else. But it was called the Grandview Ship and Hotel. The Grandview Ship Hotel. I don't know if any of you are from central Pennsylvania or out by Gettysburg or whatever, but you might have remembered that, depending on how old you are, especially as a kid. Yes, I like Thomas too. Kennywood actually made one of their trains like a Thomas train that you can ride. But I'll quickly walk through again real quick. Just getting busy again because it's after school time and everything. Hello, Jean Nicholson. Yeah, and volunteers do run this train village, the miniature railroad and village here at the Science Center, especially train enthusiasts. Usually during the holiday time, they do various train displays and stuff like that also on the weekends. Yes, around here there isn't any type of train type of thing like that, but out east in East Stroudsburg and up north you can do those tourist trains. And then over in Ohio around Cuyahoga Falls they do the Thomas train and Polar Express train ride that they do around the holidays. By the time they started a lot of that, I was a little too older, but I know my niece and nephews, they've gone on some different train rides, especially the one out in East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, which is outside of Lancaster area. And they've done the Thomas train. And then I know a couple other nieces went to Ohio for the Polar Express and Thomas train because they love the Thomas train toys too. But this is what the train table and everything looks like from afar. And we walked all around it. And I know there's like various other displays around Pittsburgh. I'm hoping to go to the Phipps Conservatory and show that train table plus all the different flowers and everything. But it's pretty hard to get tickets for there. A lot of it's sold out. Oh wow, that would be interesting. Yeah, I've gone down to Cumberland, Maryland to a train ride there. It goes from Cumberland, Maryland to Frostburg, Maryland, and then back. But we'll go out here for the robots. And then I will end the stream. But this is Robo World. And I know I've shown this area before, but that's the robot. He usually talks. The one kid's trying to get him to work. But this is like the science center area where Robo World is. Then they have different robots and stuff over here. The Robot Hall of Fame. Hello, Timothy Rainwaters. Hope you're doing well. Oh, you're welcome, Catherine Wilby. But they have just a few different robots. I've shown this before, but figure I just give you a little more before I end. But thank you all for watching. But we'll walk back here and I'll end the stream. It's our nighttime here. And I do thank everyone for watching. If you haven't already done so, please hit that thumbs up button. Consider subscribing if you're new watching. And if you're going to be watching the replay, leave a comment. Let me know if you like trains or if you've been on train rides or what your favorite railroad might be. I know I miss the railroad at Walt Disney World. A lot of us probably do. But it's always fun to ride the trains, whether they're at amusement parks or theme parks or even the railroad trains that you can go on that they have for tourists at various places around the United States. I know Pennsylvania, like I said, out east in East Stroudsburg, down in Maryland and Ohio, they have train rides for people to go on with the steam engines and the diesel engines and stuff like that. But I'm going to go ahead and end. I'm going to turn this around and I will turn around with it. But I do thank everyone for joining me today. But thank you very much. This is the Carnegie Science Center Miniature Railroad and Village. And I do appreciate you all joining me today for that quick tour of the railroad. So have a great day, everyone, and we will see you in the chats. And I'll give a quick walk around as we do that. I'll give a quick walk around. Oh, you're welcome. They do have a train whistle here.
Where's the new Yaya's ice?
Yeah, so do I. I actually have my own. I only have one, but a Lionel Pennsylvania train. It was a Pennsylvania Flyer that I bought a few years back. I always wanted to buy one of the Disney trains and stuff, but just never pulled the trigger on there. I know I bought the monorail system, but I gave that to my sister's family, and they have that. And they have a bunch of trains down in their basement that they have a train table. Right here is the whistle. You can blow the whistle here. This is Forbes Field. And then it just depicts some of the things. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for joining Tea Time, Mary Ellen. Sorry it's not on the gimbal. I just kind of decided on my way home to stop here real quick. I always wanted one of these little trolley cars that's going around right there. I always wanted to get one of them, and I always missed it when I would go to the one train store. And there's the ink line. But I do thank everyone for joining. We'll go down to the little amusement park and I will end the stream down here. And I thank everyone for joining today. And that's Falling Water, Frank Lloyd Wright's house. I really like this amusement park train here, that little train there. I've ridden a train that's like that a couple times at some of the smaller amusement parks around the area. But thank you very much, everyone. Have a great day and let the adventures begin. Have a great day, everyone, and I will see you all in the chats.